You're spending hours designing landing pages from scratch when AI could redesign them for you in seconds with natural language commands. You're manually adjusting pixels when you could just say, move this button down 10 pixels, and it happens instantly. You're hunting through menus when there's a command palette that lets you control everything without touching your mouse. Most people have no idea Google just dropped these features into Stitch, and they're absolutely wild. Let me show you exactly what changed and how to use it right now. Hey, I'm Ava, and if you've been sleeping on Stitch by Google, wake up because they just launched Shipmas Day 2, and it's packed with features that completely change how you design interfaces. We're talking about their redesign agent powered by Nano Banana Pro, predictive heat maps that show you where users will actually look before you write a single line of code, and a command palette that speeds up your entire workflow. I'm breaking down every single update and showing you exactly how to use them. Let's start with the biggest announcement. Stitch just introduced their redesign agent powered by Nano Banana Pro. You can literally take a screenshot of any page or paste in a URL and tell it what you want to change using natural language. The AI will actually redesign your product based on what you say. Here's how Stitch tested this thing. They threw real-world design challenges at it. Things like redesign this page for a younger audience. Create the page that most likely comes next in this user flow. Increase the number of users who add to cart. Move this button down 10 pixels. The AI handled all of it. Think about what that means for your workflow. You're not opening up developer tools. You're not manually adjusting CSS. You just describe what you want, and the AI does it. This is the kind of automation that actually saves you hours of tedious work. The interesting part is how specific you can get with your prompts. You can say something broad, like make this look more modern, or you can get extremely detailed, like redesign this hero section to emphasize the call to action button and reduce visual clutter in the navigation. Both approaches work. Now let me show you what predictive heat maps do, because this feature is genuinely useful. Before Stitch added this, you had to launch your design, wait for real users to interact with it, collect data, analyze where people were looking, and then make changes. That process could take weeks. Predictive heat maps flip that entire model. You design a screen in Stitch. Before you write any code, before you ship anything, you can run an instant attention audit right there in the interface. The AI analyzes your design and shows you exactly where users will focus their attention. It generates a heat map overlay that predicts visual attention patterns based on eye tracking research and user behavior data. This means you can ensure your users are looking exactly where you want them to look before you build anything. If your call to action button is getting ignored in the heat map, you know to redesign it before launch. No waiting for data, no guessing, just instant feedback. The feature lives right in the Generate menu. You design your interface, click Generate, select Predictive Heat Maps, and boom, you see where attention goes. Hot spots show high attention areas. Cool spots show where users won't look. You make adjustments, you run it again, you iterate until the heat map matches your goals. Let me give you a practical example. Say you're designing a landing page for a new product. You want people to read your headline, see your hero image, and click the sign up button. You build it in Stitch. You run the heat map. You discover that attention is getting pulled to a decorative element in the corner instead of your call to action. Without predictive heat maps, you'd launch this, watch your conversion rate tank, and spend weeks figuring out why. With predictive heat maps, you spot the problem in 30 seconds and fix it before anyone sees it. When I first started using AI design tools, I was overwhelmed by all the options and didn't know which features actually mattered. That's when I found this community called AI Profit Boardroom. 1,800 members all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. It taught me which workflows save time versus which ones waste it. The community shares real use cases and practical implementations. If you're serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in description. Now let's talk about the command palette, because this is one of those features that seems small but completely changes how fast you work. Stitch calls this one for the power users, and they're right. If you're someone who gets into a flow state and doesn't want to break focus by hunting through menus, this feature is for you. Here's how it works. You hit Command or Control plus K and a command palette pops up. You can type literally anything. Zoom, go to screen name, enable Zen mode. Whatever command you need, you type it, you select it, you're done. No clicking through menus, no moving your mouse, no interrupting your flow. The command palette even unlocks options that aren't available in the regular UI. One example Stitch mentioned is Zen mode. This mode hides the chat interface completely so you can focus purely on design. You won't find Zen mode in the normal menus. You have to use the command palette to access it. Stitch also added keyboard navigation so you can fly from screen to screen without touching your mouse. CMD or Ctrl plus arrow keys let you jump between different screens in your project. This is huge if you're working on a multi-screen app or website and you need to check consistency across pages. The tagline Stitch used for this feature is "Don't touch the mouse, just build." That's the entire philosophy. Remove friction, speed up repetitive actions, let you stay in your creative flow without constant interruptions. Every time you have to stop what you're doing to search for a menu option or click through multiple layers, you're breaking your focus. The command palette eliminates most of those switches. You think of what you need, you type it, it happens. Your brain stays locked into the design problem you're solving. That entire process took maybe 10 minutes. Without these tools, you'd be manually adjusting layouts, shipping different versions, running A/B tests, analyzing results, and iterating over weeks. With these tools, you validated your design direction before writing any production code. This is the real power of AI design tools when they're implemented well. They don't replace your design skills. They amplify them. They let you test more ideas in less time. They give you feedback loops that used to take weeks in real time. They remove tedious tasks so you can focus on creative problem solving. Another practical application is redesigning existing products. Maybe you launched something 6 months ago and you want to refresh the design. Instead of starting from scratch, you screenshot your current design, paste it into Stitch, and prompt the redesign agent with specific improvements. Update this to look more modern. Improve readability on mobile. Make the navigation clearer. The agent handles the execution. You review the options. You pick what works. I want to emphasize something about the predictive heat maps that makes them more valuable than they might seem. This isn't just about checking if your button is visible. It's about understanding visual flow. Good design guides users through a journey. You want them to see information in a specific order. Predictive heat maps let you validate that your visual flow matches your intended user journey. If you designed a page where users should read the problem statement, then see the solution, then click the CTA, you can check if the heat map matches that flow. If it doesn't, you know your visual hierarchy is off. If you're looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Over 1,800 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences. What's working, what's not. Which tools are worth your time. Which ones to skip. No hype. Just solid information and practical guidance from people doing the work. It's helped me stay on top of updates and figure out how to actually apply them. Link in description if you want to check it out. That's everything you need to know about the new Stitch update. The redesign agent powered by Nano Banana Pro lets you redesign interfaces with natural language. Predictive heat maps show you where users will look before you ship. The command palette speeds up your entire workflow, and the increased quota lets you experiment freely. These aren't just features. They're a complete system for designing faster and smarter. Try them. See what works. Build something cool.